is IJD, and welcome to the first video from my channel for 2021. It's actually more like the 5th because my mic volume keeps messing up, and I've had to redo this several times. So anyways, what I'm starting today is something that I've been putting off for a long while, and it's the Minecraft modding series. Now, you may see, and you may be asking me, why are you doing a Minecraft modding series? There's already a billion out there. Well, the thing that those modding series all fail to do is actually teach you how to mod. Sure, it's telling you certain things, like you can type this certain text and then a block will appear in your game. But it's not actually teaching you what that means. So when you're trying to make something that actually doesn't just stand there and look pretty and actually has some function, you are going to be confused and you're going to be sad and you're probably just going to go off to mCreator or something. So that's why I'm here, to actually teach you Java and Minecraft modding at the same time. And I'm going to tell you what stuff means, and we're going to have a big focus on functionality. Alright, that out of the way, another thing, we are going to be doing version 1.12.2 of Minecraft. I know a lot of people like 1.13 and above, but it's not as stable, and still 1.12 is a lot more popular. Like if you look at CurseForge pages, 1.12 will be the one that gives you the most downloads on your mod. And sure, there might be some people asking, but no, there are still going to be a lot of people who are downloading for 1.12. And also, another thing is that even with this big version, a lot of websites like the Forge website they're no longer supporting you with this version. They just say, you can't use this if you try to ask a question with that. And a lot of things that did help you with 1.12 are no longer existent. So what I'm saying is that we can also, in the comments section, provide kind of like a little support page to help with 1.12 modders, because you need a good place to find some help. Now, we need to start this off by setting up a workspace. So that's what this first video is all about, getting your coding environment all set up so it's gonna work. So what we first need is JDK, which is Java Development Kit. So just Google JDK download and find this one, oracle.com Java C downloads. Now we're going to want to scroll down and find Java SE8. We want Java 8. Now here's all the downloads, and you can see your platform on here. Now I don't think it works for Mac OS 32-bit. Actually, it doesn't, because you can see it has Linux 32-bit and Windows 32-bit. I have no idea what Solaris is. But, yeah, you need 64-bit on Mac. And you are able, technically, to do the 32-bit on Linux and Windows, but I am not really going to support that right now. I mean, other people can, sure, but I'm 64-bit, and I know 32-bit can cause some issues. So you just download here, but you need to log in first, and I know it's, I remember from downloading a few years ago that the download login thing is, it's kind of a pain. So what I have, and I'll provide this in the description, it's like a Mediafire link, is I have this zip file, about half a gig, with both the Windows and Mac 64-bit version. So the DMG is for Mac and the exe is for Windows, and this is a version that's about 1.5 years old, but it'll still run fine. I have a bit of a newer version, and you can get as long as it's Java 8, you can get this update 2.7.1 version if you feel like you want to go through the login. But I already have this provided for you, and you can just throw away the Mac version or the Windows version, depending on what thing you're on. Alright, so once that's installed, we're going to want to go to our C drive, program files, and Java folder, which is a new folder if you haven't installed Java before. Now, we need to find the version that you installed. It's going to be 271 if you installed it from the website. Well, based on this date of January 4th, 2021. But if you take it from me, it's going to be 221. Now, so I'm just going to use that one. Now, there should be these 4 folders. If there is no JRE folder, that means that we're also going to need to get the Java runtime too, because there's 2 parts. There's the development kit, and then there's Java itself. So just go to java.com, Java download, and agree and start free download, and it will get you the this version, JRE, which is what we need. Now we need to add this to our path. So go to search and type path. And now hit edit the system environment variables. And it will open up a little control panel called system properties. Hit environment variables. And now find path. It's just called path. Now hit edit. Now this is the path. It's a bunch of paths that will work in the command line. Bailey, shush. Bailey. Okay, so we're going to want to go back into our Java. Now go into the JDK folder and find the bin folder. So this is just a bunch of exes and stuff. But all you have to do is just click this so we can get the path to this folder, copy it, and put it in the next empty line like this. So I would paste it in there, except I've already got it up here. Now we also need to do the same thing for the JRE. So if it's JRE like this, you go into this folder, but if JRE is already in here, you go just into the JRE folder. These folders look like the exact same. Into bin, and we want to copy this path and then put it into the next empty one, which would be right here if I paste it in the JDK one. Okay, and once that's done, you can close it all out. Now, you might need a reboot for this to work. An easy way to check is command prompt Java. Now, I know there's some weird issues about, and I know I had to get past this when I first started. It was opening up PowerShell instead of CMD. I don't know, I don't remember what I did, but I think Google will help you there. Because we want CMD, we want the old one. Alright, now that Java is installed, it is time to start up our workspace. So here is the location of the workspace. Ignore tutorial folder. That was from a previous recording because my microphone broke. Alright, tutorial 2. Now we want to get Forge. Now this is not your normal Forge. This is not like the Forge that you would install into the .minecraft area. No, this is the Forge development kit. So we still want to go to the Forge website where you download it and go to the 1.12.2. Now, this is very important. See these versions? 5.5, 5.4, 5.2, 5.1. Don't get them. Don't even touch them. This is the last version we needed, and I have no idea why they made these ones. If they're not going to support 1.12 anymore, like I said, they don't allow 1.12 in their forums, so why are they making these new versions? Don't get them. I have made the mistake of using them for workspaces before, and they are so bad. I mean they're so buggy. It's like horrible. They do not work well at all. So the latest I would get, and this is basically the compat for everything, get 2847. This is the most popular version right now besides 2838, and I did a test, and I'm currently making a mod on 2847, and it's perfectly compatible with 2838. So just use this one. For the tutorial, we'll use this one. Now, don't click any of these. We want to click MDK. Now, I'm just going to use the direct download to get past the ads. Now we've got it, and this is going to be a zip, so it's not like a jar or an exe like usual, you'll notice. And inside of the zip is a bunch of things you won't understand. But for now, I'll explain later. Just copy them all and place it into the folder where you're going to do the modding. There you go. Alright, so README and these licenses and credits and changelog are just Forge things. Git ignore we will probably get rid of once we set up a GitHub workspace, but that'll be later down the road. And source folders where our actual code and our textures are all going to be. But for now, we've got to actually start this all up. So we need to go back to command prompt. Now we need to navigate to this exact folder, so I want to get to tutorial 2. So as you can see, it's on my E drive, and we are on the C drive right now. This is not a problem if you don't have this. If you have this on your C drive, you're all fine. Just got to navigate to it. So yeah, so do cd slash, and you'll be put in the base of your C drive, and then you can navigate using the cd command, change directory to wherever you are. But we're on the E drive, so to change the drive, you want to put the drive letter in lowercase, so mine's E, and then a colon. So now we're on the E drive. Now we're going to want to go cd, and we're going to want to navigate. So we're going to do cd coding tutorial, which is this folder up here, and I'm just using tab to autocomplete. Now we're in here, and now cd tutorial 2. And now we're in this folder. Now you got to be very specific with how you type this. So this will work as long as you put those Java things in the path. So type gradlew, Gradlew, space setup decomp workspace. Now it's very specific. I mean, it's very important that you type it in that specific way, with those capitals and no spaces besides the one there. Now this is going to take a lot longer on your side than it's going to take for me, because I already have set up this version multiple times on the past in this system, so it's actually all cached on my C drive. But just hit enter, and it's going to start the setup for Forge. So make sure you have an internet connection for this, because it needs to connect to the internet to download all these things. Now, as you can see, it's skipping a lot for me, besides applying some patches and stuff, because it's already done on my end. But yeah, you'll have to wait for it to download all those things, and it can take a while. So don't get scared if it's like freezing on decompile MC or recompile MC. It's doing stuff. Those ones are a bit larger steps. Alright, so now that's done. And there's one more thing. Gradlew space Eclipse. Now, I meant to tell you this. We are not using Eclipse. So that's something different from any other tutorial out there, really. Any of the big ones. Because Intellij, it's a different one, and I've discovered it, and it's a lot more user-friendly. I bet you have no idea what that means. We're just using an application called Intellij Idea to code. Okay, so Gradlew, Eclipse, and hit enter. Now this one will be a lot shorter. It might still have to download something, but it's pretty fast. See, already done. Now you can close out the terminal. And yeah, by the way, it's called terminal on the Mac, and this file can be used on the Mac side. This one called Gradlew. We just use gradlew.bat. So those are files for the command line working properly. Now we have these folders all here, And what's important is that it generated these two folders files right here, class path and project. So that's there. We're all good. Now we need Intellij Idea. That's the application. It's by JetBrains, and it's free. So hit download. We don't need Ultimate. We're not a web and enterprise development. We're just doing JVM, which is Java. So we just want the community edition, and hit download, and then you'll get this installer, and you can go through it all. So now come back when it's all installed. Alright, so I'm guessing it's installed, and you've opened it up, and you should be on a screen like this. As you can see, I'm on a 2019 version, which is kind of weird because I set up this computer in like a year after this. I set it up in March of 2020. But anyways, so you won't have this on the side. That's a project I already have. But you want to do something first. Go to Configure down here, Plugins, go to the Marketplace side, and search up Choose Runtime. Oh, not like that. Choose Runtime, and it's by the creators of Intellij, and just download it. So it's installed? Good. Now we're going to want to import a new project. So this is we don't want to create a new one, we want to import because we already created one using all those commands. So go to coding tutorial, well, wherever your file is, mine is just here, and find that file called .project. Alright, now hit OK. Now we're just going to start it, and all these default settings like this will work. So I'm just going to go through that. Now, stop here. So this is where we select the Project Sdk. So as you can see, it's we want to make sure we're using 1.8. It could just be 1.8, or it could be 1.8 point something. We just want 1.8. That 8 is needed. All right. So this is a newer version. This is 2.4.1. This is 2.2.1, which is what I would be providing you. They work the same. But anyways, I'm just going to hit finish. And now you see it has gotten a lot bigger. Now, before we do anything, and don't close this out, this little thing here, this notification, very important. Hit help, hit find action. Just making sure you saw that. So help, tab, find action, and look up choose runtime. And now it's going to load the runtime list, because basically what's happening is this program itself, while we set the application, this little project, to use Java 8, the application itself will use Java 11. So by default, it will be like something like this, like Windows 64.tar.gz. But we want to use one of our Javas that we've installed. So 2.2.1 would be the one that from me, and 2.7.1 from the website, and see, I'm using 2.5.1. It's all fine. So now that that's in, you might need to restart the program. I think you do to install it. Now, we wanted to hit import Gradle project. So meanwhile, while that's going on, I'm just going to explain what some of the things that we are going to do here. So we're going to do like entities, all that. We're going to be explaining Java code. I'm going to do a GitHub page and to show you, and you can interact with GitHub, and I'll show you actually how to make a mod. Not just do some things. Modding takes some effort. This is not going to be something where you can just copy and paste everything. Sure, you can copy and paste some of the things I'm doing, but that won't help you make your own mod. So yeah, I'm not saying that you should type everything out because, well, you don't need to, but I'm just saying that you shouldn't just copy and paste everything blindly. Make sure you know what you're doing. Okay, with that out of the way, you can now see on the side there is a little thing, elephant, called Gradle. And here you can open up this drop bar. Now go to tasks, and this includes a bunch of things like doing a test run or a test server even, and building it as a jar file, includes a lot of things that is going to become really handy down the road. And with that, that ends episode 1. Because, see, we've got this set up, and I'm going to start working on episode 2 in about an hour. So that will be made soon. I don't know if it's going to go up today, but it might. Well, anyways, I'm going to log off. Bye.